hot summer day in a small forest, a thirsty crow named Raven flew from tree to tree, searching for water. The sun was blazing in the sky, and every pond and stream seemed to have dried up. Raven's throat was parched, and she was feeling very tired. "I need to find water soon," Raven thought, "or I won't have the strength to fly any longer." As she flew over a small clearing, Raven noticed something shiny in the distance. She swooped down to investigate and found a tall clay jar sitting in the shade of a tree. Curious, Raven peered inside and saw that there was a little bit of water at the bottom. Fault. Raven's heart leaped with joy, but her excitement quickly faded. The jar was tall and narrow, and the water was too far down for her to reach with her beak. She tried dipping her head inside the jar, but no matter how hard she stretched, she couldn't reach the water. "What should I do?" Raven wondered aloud. She was very thirsty, but the water seemed impossible to reach. Raven didn't want to give up. She knew she had to think of a solution. She perched on the rim of the jar and looked around. Suddenly, she noticed a pile of small pebbles scattered on the ground nearby. A clever idea popped into Raven's head. "If I drop these pebbles into the jar, the water will rise," she thought. "Then I'll be able to drink it." Without wasting any time, Raven picked up a pebble in her beak and dropped it into the jar. As she watched as the pebble sank to the bottom, causing the water to rise just a little. Excited, Raven picked up another pebble and dropped it in, then another. Raven worked tirelessly, dropping pebble after pebble into the jar. With each pebble, the water rose higher and higher. Finally, after what seemed like forever, the water reached the top of the jar, right where Raven could reach it. With a happy caw, Raven dipped her beak into the cool, refreshing water and drank until she was no longer thirsty. The water felt wonderful after such a long. Feeling proud of herself, Raven took a moment to rest by the jar. She realized that even when things seemed difficult, thinking carefully and not giving up could lead to a solution. She had used her cleverness to solve the problem, and now she could continue her journey with renewed energy. Raven flew off into the sky, happy and refreshed, ready for whatever adventures the day might bring. And from that day on, whenever she faced a challenge, she remembered the lesson of the water jar and the power of using her wits.